What's up, guys? Welcome back to the review space, and today on Versus, we got another couple of Star Wars Clone Wars action figures. We compare Plo Koon against Kit Fisto. Which one of these Clone Wars figs is the best? Let's begin. First of all, let's take a look at the carded forms. Let's begin with Plo Koon. Plo Koon? What kind of a name is Plo Koon? That sounds so weird. Plo Koon. It's just like, I don't know, they really try to be creative with these names. It's kind of interesting. I mean, it does stand out. Looks pretty cool, almost reminiscent of maybe a mix between, like, what's his name? That guy, the guy from Star Trek? Wark, or whatever his name is? I forget his name. Mixed with, like, a Predator. He's got a blue lightsaber. That's pretty cool. And he's got, like, it looks like a couple of cleated shoes. Maybe, you know, it's like a... Yeah, that's kind of interesting. And it looks like he's got a mask here. We'll open it up a little bit later, obviously. It was $5.99, 6 bizucks from Winners. God, man, I love Winners. Thank goodness for Winners. It's like... I mean, check this out. I know that in the US, you know what I'm saying, in the United States... I'm sure that figures are more cheap, they're easier to afford, they're more affordable, they're lower price. Up here in Canada, we don't get that. We don't have Target, you know what I'm saying? We don't got Kohl's. I don't think we have Kohl's. We don't have lower priced figures. The lowest price you'll find here, it does vary. You know, once in a while you'll get really lucky and get maybe a fig that's like $2.50, you know what I'm saying? But that's very rare. Most the clearance items are like $5. You know what I'm saying? So, and typically these Star Wars Clone Wars at Toys R Us are like $9.99. Something ridiculous, you know what I'm saying? So $6, it's a lot better than 10. Alright, at the back, Plo Koon fights to free an ice-covered world from the separatists. He wears a mask to protect him from the harsh environment. Interesting. Right, so this guy is a babyface. He's a good guy. He's one of the heroes. 2011, and that's it. Yeah, it's from Hasbro. 4-inch figure. Can't wait to open it up, but... Next up, we take a look at Kit Fisto. Okay, this guy has the funniest name ever. It's probably the coolest name in the Star Wars. I love that name. Kit Fisto. It just sounds so weird and strange and kind of dirty, like Fisto. He is the man with a fist. I don't know. And he looks like a Twi'lek or a Twi'lek, however you pronounce it. Because I mean, look at that. He's got the tendrils on the back of his head. He looks pretty cool, man. I mean, this guy's clearly a good guy. You know what I mean? There's something very likable about his face. Like, he doesn't come across as a bad guy, even though he does look weird. Like, unlike Plo Koon, who could be evil, Kit Fisto, just because he's green and I don't know, he just doesn't look like a bad guy at all. Alright, and at the back it says, Kit Fisto fights to free the snow-covered world of... What? It's the same exact... They have the same exact backstory or character profile. Kit Fisto fights to free the snow-covered world of Khorm. Oh, Khorm. Wait, is that the same area? Oh, you can see here, even in this illustration of Plo Koon, he's hanging out with Kit Fisto. Oh, they're probably friends or something. He wears goggles to protect his eyes from blowing snow. Both are pretty close. I'm actually digging both of them. They're very similar, actually. They kind of have similar accessories. So, I'd have to say it's a bit of a draw. They both stand out. I like both of them equally. So, what are we waiting for? Let's open up both figures. Yeah! Alright, so now I've opened Plo Koon and Kit Fisto, and now they're chilling, holding their lightsabers, you know what I'm saying? And first up, let's take a look at Plo Koon. Or I say Plo Koon. Plo Koon. Kind of a weird name, Plo Koon. Alright, so the figure itself, that's what it looks like. I'm feeling his design. I like the orange mixed with the light beige kind of aesthetic. You know, he just looks more very neutral kind of color, you know. It's not very overly bright, but at the same time, got a good color scheme going on. His gauntlets have like this reddish design on them. I don't want to say tribal, it's not tribal, but it's got like kind of this pattern design. And he's got a blue lightsaber, which is interesting. I kind of thought that maybe he should have an orange one, just to kind of match his, you know, like his head and stuff like that. It kind of just match his overall scheme, but a blue one is, I guess it'll suffice. Let's see, what, he's got this, oh yeah, that's right, he's got this little thing here. This is actually supposed to be a, I guess, some kind of face mask, because he's basically on a Iceland, you know, on a snow world, a world covered in snow, and this is supposed to protect his face. The problem is that it doesn't stick on, you know what I'm saying? Like, it falls off. It's not, there's no way to even, like, stick it on. I have no idea. So what's, see, it just falls off. It's terrible. It doesn't have any, like, it doesn't make a click, you know what I mean? It doesn't have any strap on it. It doesn't feel like it actually is a tight fit at all. It just kind of just like a useless kind of thing. So what I did was I basically just strapped it onto his leg here. Hold on. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Better than nothing. I do like his clothing, you know what I'm saying? It's got a very like winter look to it, you know what I'm saying? Like he's about to go snowboarding, you know what I'm saying? And then articulation, pretty darn good. You can't move his head though. His head is pretty much stuck. I think it has a lot to do with the fact that he's got such a large head anyway. It just seems like it's connected to his actual like shoulder, chest area. His hand, his arm is double joint. Not double. I said double. Ball jointed. Same with his at the elbows. You know what I'm saying? And then you can twist his hand. His legs, and at the waist you can rotate his waist. His legs, you can bend his knees. You should be able to. Yep. You should be able to. It's kind of awkward. There you go. And you can twist it, and obviously at the hips, ball jointed as well. Although once again, the clothing it gets in the way. You know what I'm saying? So that's pretty much the only problem there. Great looking figure, very simple. And as far as his feet, there's actually he's got these cleats, basically these snow cleats. You know what I'm saying? And so this is what it looks like with it, you know, say without the little cleated shoes, snowshoes or whatever. And then you can put them on a stand. Both of the figures came with a stand. All right, so there you go. He's chilling. But it's actually cool with the little snowshoes because they're very good in terms of maintaining balance. So they can kind of just stand on their own without the actual, you know, without using the plastic stands. So that's pretty cool. Alright, so next up, let's take a closer look at Kit Fisto. Oh man, that's a really strange name too, Kit Fisto. Alright, so that's the figure. He is a Twi'lek, I believe, a male Twi'lek, and he's got, you know what I'm saying, the green tendrils and everything. Green head, you know, bright green head. Very cool. Very, like, contrasting colors next to Plo Koon, actually. So, like, side by side, you know, they could be hanging out, and they're kind of like color scheme, they contrast so that both figures stand out. Like he's green, he's orange, brown, you know, light brown. His attire is more of a light beige, his is like purple, his lightsaber's green, his is blue. So there's a contrasting color, you know, scheme going on. He's got the same amount of articulation too. You know what I'm saying? Ball jointed, or it should be, or no. No, not ball jointed? I thought he did. Yeah, he should have, yeah, ball jointed at the shoulders, although it is a little bit limiting because he's got this weird design on it that doesn't allow him to actually fully stretch his arm. But you can rotate it back and forth. Ball jointed at the elbows and at the wrist as well. You can rotate the wrist. And the legs, the same identical legs as Plo Koon, you know what I'm saying? You can twist him at the knees, bend the knees, and so on and so forth. Yeah, you should be able to rotate his waist, Oh, and I just removed his freaking hand. Look at that. What the? That is crazy. Yeah, it's really kind of loose, so it's like the figure is falling apart. Still a very cool, well-detailed fig. I think he's pretty much on the same exact level as Plo Koon, like everything. Oh, he's got the snow goggles. You can actually remove it from his face. It actually came separately. And then you can pull it down like that. So he's kind of just chilling, you know what I'm saying? Chilling like a... Well, not villain. I don't think he's a villain at all. He's one of the good guys, basically. Alright, well, which figure is better, though? Oh, man. This is kind of a good comparison because they are very close. Whoops. Well, you know, because of his... Plo Koon has a really corny mask that doesn't go on his face. I think that brings his points down a little bit. And you can't really rotate his head at the same time. I mean, same with this guy, same with Kit Fisto. You can't rotate his head too. Both are identical when it comes to articulation, but just because of this terrible thing, little corny mask that doesn't go on his face, I'll have to give it to Kit Fisto. So Kit Fisto is the winner. Alright, so once again, go check out the channel, comment, rate, subscribe, you know I'm sizzling. And until next time, ciao!